Last year, 643 companies were hiring for a job people had never heard of. This year, it's over 5,000. Same title, up more than 700%. So, what is it? And why is every frontier lab fighting over it? It's not a prompt engineer, it's a forward deployed engineer. And their job is to land an AI agent inside a company that already tried and failed to make AI work. Here's the uncomfortable truth. In 2025, MIT studied enterprise AI and found that 95% of Gen AI pilots delivered no measurable impact on the bottom line. 95%. And it wasn't the models. The models were fine. It was the gap between a clean demo and a working system. Inside real workflows, real data, real compliance. When you deploy normal software, you configure it. When you deploy an agent, something that takes actions, calls tools, writes to your systems, you have to adapt it to messy human work. That last mile is where pilots go to die. So the bottleneck moved from model access to deployment capability. And that one shift created a whole new job market. Let's define it properly. A forward deploy agent is an AI system shipped and adapted inside the customer's own environment, not a finished box, built into their actual workflow on site. And the person who does it is the forward deployment engineer. The role isn't even new. Palantir invented it in the early 2010s. They called them deltas. What's new is that every AI company needs them at once. An FDE is three jobs in one person. Part engineer, ships production code, builds agent pipelines. Part architect, maps the messy workflow, decides what the agent can touch. And part translator, explains the system to an executive and proves to security it's safe. And one skill is on every 2026 posting that wasn't there before: Eval engineering, catching hallucinations and regressions before production. That's the non negotiable. Now, the part you can use tomorrow. The title is so hot that companies slap it on everything. So let's audit two job descriptions live and tell the real agent role from a relabeled sales job. So, four tests. First test: does it ship or does it sell? Real roles: build and ship agentic solutions, demo our platform, support the sales cycle. That's a sales engineer. Test 2: is there eval engineering? No measurement language at all, not an agent role. Test 3: agents or just chat? Multi-step tool use and frameworks like LandGraph, not single-turn chatbots. And test 4: who owns the outcome? A business metric or a sales quota? Run them. So job description A: ships code, owns evals, deploys multi-step agents, and answers to a deployment metric. That's a real FDE. Job description B: demos a platform and carries a quota. That's a sales engineer in a 2026 costume. Same four tests work whether you're applying or hiring. So what do you do with this? If you're building skills, ship one real agentic workflow in production with an eval suite. That's worth more than 10 certificates. If you're hiring or being hired, run 4 tests before you waste a week. Titles lie, responsibilities don't. If you're a leader, the MID number isn't a stop sign, it's a map. The 5% that worked customized to one specific workflow and measured by business outcomes. Right now, that's a moat. So, quick recap: 95% of pilots stall, and the bottleneck moved from models to deployment. 2. That created the forward deployed agent role: engineer, architect, translator, with eval engineering as the new negotiable. 3. You can audit any FDE posting with 4 tests: ship, eval, agents, ownership. I put the full forward deployed readiness checklist in the description. Links in the first comment. Grab it before you apply to or write your next AI job. One concept, one demo, one thing you can use tomorrow. I'm Raj, and I'll see you next Tuesday. Namaskar.